Morning and a happy Monday from Emma at Links Injury. So as promised, today we're going to be talking a little bit about downhill running. So how much thought do you usually give to your downhill running, or do you concentrate more on the drills going uphill? Both are as important as each other. However, it is actually your downhill that puts you at a greater risk of injury. And as an injury therapist, I like to try and help runners to find new ways of reducing the risk of the injuries they face. So we're just going to be talking about the mindfulness of technique whilst going downhill, and then later on in the week we'll be giving some strength and conditioning drills as well as some technique or a session for you to go and practice. So the main things to watch out for when you are going downhill is your feet. Are you putting on the brakes? Are you just letting yourself go and hope you don't tip over? Or controlled falling until we reach the bottom? What do you do already? So this is really important. If you don't know, you need to go and see. You need to go and find out what you do when you're going downhill. So when we talk about putting these brakes on, what we mean is that our feet are now not under our centre of mass. They're coming too far forward, and then we're hitting the ground quite hard. That's then sending the vibration effect up and not putting our muscles in a good position to offload our body appropriately and get that spring ready to do our next step forwards. So that's really important when you're going downhill, is to not let your legs come too far away from you. So we call that keeping your feet close. You can do this by looking at your cadence as well, and just to check your average pace cadence, maybe on a flat, and then hoping that it resembles somewhat the same when you're going downhill. If you notice it considerably reduces, chances are is you are putting on those brakes and causing yourself a lot of stress and load onto our muscles and onto our joints that may increase the risk of injury. The next one is stand tall. So you see sometimes people looking directly down at the floor. Directly down at the floor is not going to do you any favours, and it may create a bit of a tipping effect for you as well. Or if you're overstriding and got your head down, that's a lot of pressure on your back, and we don't want that either for you. And we don't want to enter the realms of back issues. So a lot of downhill running comes from practice and confidence. So I would recommend that you go out and find a stretch or a hill that you usually use within your normal routine, within your normal training session and your normal route, to find what you already do and maybe a way of changing that just ever so slightly for you to see whether or not you feel more comfortable. And the other one to talk about is your arms. What's happening with your arms as you're coming downhill? What we don't want is somewhere that's stressed and being up here and not really using them. We don't want to be driving forward, but actually just having them nice down, relaxed, maybe a little bit wider, because this can help with balance, especially if you're doing trail hills as well. So be mindful of what you do downhill, and check in with me later on in the week to find some downhill drills to start doing, and then some strength and conditioning to help you with offloading those forces as you make contact with the ground. Have a great Monday. Bye.